Hello, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We are here for some racing around Silverstone Historic. So we're doing the 2001 version of this track, which should be quite fun. Should be quite fun indeed. I forgot to turn on my crew chief, so I'll do that now before I forget. Right, so we've got 2 rounds left of this championship. So we're in the Formula 3s tonight. And I'm battling second and third in the championship. We got a second last time out at Barcelona in round 4. We're here for round 5, which is Silverstone. Round 6 will be I've forgotten already. Hockenheim. I believe it's the Hockenheim National Circuit, which will be a little bit strange because I'm a bit unfamiliar with that layout, but it should still be fun. So you can see in the championship table there, I'm very close to Philip Pichler. I've had a couple of bad results in rounds 2 and 3, which have led me to dropping out of second place, but hopefully we can rectify that today. I am 11 points in front of Ken Jagger there, so maybe a bit safer, and there's a huge gap to 5th. So that's all good. That is all good. So let's get in the cockpit and do a bit of practice. I have done a little bit of laps around this circuit. I'm second on the championship table at the moment, or the leaderboard table. Managed to get a 1:46. But as we all know, the championship tables are normally, the leaderboard tables normally. They normally have optimum conditions, and they don't really reflect what happens in the races. So yeah. Right. Okay. Let's get myself all sorted. Let's put the pedals on. Hopefully the pedals are working this time. Okay, so I've loaded my setup and everything. Let's make sure that our mouse pointer is actually in the game so I can see what I'm doing. I'll say hi to people while I can. Okay, so we've got to work out what we're doing for race fuel. Okay. So this is the old Silverstone layout. It's very wintry. Very wintry indeed. So the leaves aren't on the trees.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
No, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Okay. What's the track temperature?
The track temperature is now 18 Celsius.
Ooh, it's a bit cold. So down the hanger straight.
Okay, Neil, we need to watch these track limits.
Track limits. Oh, I forgot the chicane. Trouble knowing where the track goes.
New fastest lap for Brown, 147.10.
Now I know I'm in the low 46s on the leaderboard, but will I be able to do that in Now, I was considering taking some wing off because of my performance in Barcelona. Way too early for that.
Sector 2 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
I think I'm going to have to recalibrate my wheel.
P3.
Because it's not matching up. That's me at 90 degrees. So it's a bit off. I don't know if I'm going to need to come out of the game and come back in. Let's see. Unfortunately, the control panel's in a different place. Okay. So I'm just reading my control panel.
That's a new fastest lap for Brown, 146.00.
Well, let's set it at 900 degrees if I can. I don't know whether this is going to work straight away in the game, but... Oh, it does. That's better. Oh, I did say I was going to try and take some wing off. But you always want to put some fuel in.
There's traffic behind, take care.
Four blocks of ice for tyres. I don't know what circuit it is, because that's not blocked off. And it didn't say anything about track limits, so... I have to check the track map.
Sector 1 is 2.1 seconds off the pace. Your quickest overall. Sector 3 is 1.2 seconds off the pace. We think you might have gone outside of track limits there.
You think? Let's check the map. Because there's no cones or anything there. Standings, sessions. Because, I mean... if everyone else is doing it... Well, they must be, because I've got a 1:45.7. I wouldn't be that close. Would I? I don't think, anyway. Let's also... I don't like adjusting gears, really. Let's try that down, so maybe I can change up to 6th a bit earlier.
All clear. Push now. That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes. Fastest lap for Brown. 1:44.18.
I mean, there's no map in... Well, there's a map in the game that would... That's a better change to 6th. There is a map in the game, but I don't turn the in-game HUD on. We'll have to see if the wing has made any difference.
B2.
I'm turning too late for that turn on that corner.
Sector 1 is 1.8 off the pace. That's your best lap in this session. Your sector 2 and 3 times are good. Sector 1 is 1.8 off the pace. That lap time was 1:45.00.
144.
Okay, Neil, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Sector 2 and 3 are pretty good. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
I meant to check my top speed. It does depend what 200,
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
231, so the rear wing is not really giving me anything.
Quickest overall. You've just done a 1:44.33. Sector 3 time is quick.
Right, we're gonna have to check the UI. That's fuel mapping. Display. Right, where's the track map? That's leaderboard. Radar. Driver position, lap timings. Isn't there a track map? Map, there we go. So where's the map? Where's the map? How much fuel for 48 minutes?
For 48 minutes. We should need 44 litres. Okay, Neil, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Both chicanes use the tighter lines as per former post. Miss chicane didn't get a penalty. Penalties are off. Both chicanes use the tighter ones. Okay. Gonna have to practice that then. $44. I must have turned the bloody...
It's clear. Push. Alright, Neil, we've got 9 minutes to get the job done. Okay, spotter calls please, Claire.
Right side. Clear right.
has just done a 149.23. That's pole.
.48.2. Got that last part of the complex a bit wrong there.
Okay, Neil, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Did that one a bit better though. I don't know if I actually need to change down a second.
Sector 1 time is good.
Damn it. I was up on my time as well.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 3.
Got that a bit wrong. stop 35 seconds.
Sector 2 time is good. That's a new fastest lap for Jogger, 147.00.
Just couldn't get it together. Could not get it together. It's instantly saved it back to what it was.
That's the end of the session, P2.
Well, I hope the gears are correct then. Dang it! I nearly got pole. We got the usual suspects doing a last to first challenge.
We didn't record pit timings. Our fuel estimates won't be reliable. 44 minutes, P2.
It does say minus 44 on the... I'm worried, but... I mean, we've always got... We can always change our fuel strategy. I'm going to put one click of rear wing on. And take the anti-roll bar down on the rear. That's what we're gonna do. Right. Okay, wish me luck. I'm on the inside to turn one. On cold tyres. I just can't get the maggots and backets complex correct. I'm always too slow, or thinking I'm too slow on entry, and then when I go too fast, I can just get it all wrong in the rhythm of it. But, okay.
Alright, Neil. Stay calm. Focus. Acknowledged. We'll have spotter calls from here, please, Claire.
Cool, blimey, mate.
Okay, make those calls, please, Claire.
Turned in like I wasn't even there.
Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right. On your right. Clear right. Right side, clear right. You're on the right, 3 wide, clear left.
now in the lead.
Plenty of fuel. Changed down too many gears there, I think.
On your left. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left. On your left. Clear left. Left side. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left. On your right. Clear right.
P2. The gap to Brian behind is increasing. It's now 2.1.
See, I thought I braked at the right point here last time, but I guess not. I don't know whether to be in first or second, to be honest.
fastest lap for Granado, 145.75. That lap was a 147.72. That's your best lap in the session.
So I needed to stay ahead of Pichler. Pichler's not here today. Also Ken Jagger. So I'm doing what I need to do.
New fastest lap for Granado, 145.64. You've just done a 147.18. Okay, Neil, the next car is one lap behind.
So that's Jagger. He must have had to pit or something with that accident at the start.
The gap to P3 behind is now 6.8.
Daisy.
New fastest lap for Granado, 145.32.
I mean, I'm not even braking going into there now. I'm just lifting.
The gap to Brown behind is now 4.1.
let's see what my top speed is.
Car left. Clear left.
That was 237 with draft. Pick up the pace if I'm going to stay in second. Right, let's see the top speed. 234. Short shift out there because the wheel spin gets quite a lot. I'd like to be in the 146s, but
Your lap time was 147.50. The gap to Brown behind is now 3.3.
So I'm now using second gear for all the low speed. This feels a little safer. I can't remember what my quality time was now.
The gap to V3 behind is now 1.8 seconds.
A little bit of a swapper on there.
Car left. Still there. Clear left.
Nearly did what I did before. Where's the other guy gone? Where'd he go? Why is he back there?
The gap to Brown behind is increasing. It's now 17 seconds. Okay, Neil, that's half distance. Fuel levels are fine. That lap was at 148.22. Sector 2 is 1.6 off the pace.
I'll have to check the replay. I hope I didn't cut his nose off or anything. He may have been on the outside coming up to the around here, but it said I was clear. Completely missed the turn.
That's 20 minutes to go. Brown is getting closer. The gap is now 15 seconds. Okay, Neil, you've used half your fuel.
I've got 18 minutes to go. I'm really finding it a trouble to spot that apex.
That's the new fastest lap for Granado, 144.87.
I don't know why he bothers turning up, to be honest. He's like 2-3 seconds faster than the rest of the field. What's the point? No matter what layout of Silverstone, I've always struggled with maggots and buckets. I just trying to find where the turn in point is.
Minutes left.
I don't know if I braked a little bit or not. I would be intrigued to know how little wing other people were running, because that seems to be my weakest point. I just seem to get breezed past like I'm standing still. Especially on a circuit that's got lots of straights on it.
The gap to Brown behind is increasing. It's now 11 seconds.
How can it be increasing if it was 15 before? I think Jim can't count. Well, I should be able to consolidate second in the championship.
That lap time was 1:47.38.
Unfortunately, the partial reason is that the person that's ahead of me in the championship at the moment is not here today. So I'm going to outscore him by over 30 points. So I mean, anything in it can happen at the last round at Hockenheim. I still don't seem to be able to get to that apex. It's 46.8. So.
The gap to P3 behind is now 11 seconds. 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
I mean, I'm not even sure whether the car is loose or not. I have to turn quite a lot to get into some of these corners, but I don't know if that's understeer or not because of wing angle. Can't get my consistency. I can put a 46 in, but the next lap I'm I've got 8 minutes to go. I mean, I'm sure I can brake a bit harder for some of these corners, but I'm very gentle on the brake. Can't be stamping on it into these slower corners. If there's such a thing as fixed races in Automobilista 2.
The gap behind is now 10 seconds. Your last lap time was at 146.82. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace.
I did 2 46s in a row now. This is going to be another 47. It's just a couple of corners. If I get them wrong, then I instantly drop like half a second or so.
That was 147.62. The car in front is 2 laps behind.
I mean, I'm sure I can go into that first turn like near flat out, but I'm kind of being a little bit cautious because
That's 5 minutes to go. Come on, keep it together. We'll be on the podium here. Come on,
if it
Neil.
swaps ends, then yeah. A couple of people are ahead that are like 10 seconds off the 8 seconds off the pace.
Fastest lap for Granado, 144.82. The gap behind is now 8.5. You've just done a 147.48.
Car right. Clear right.
So it's not just me that struggles with Backers and Beckettson.
Two minutes to go, 2 minutes.
That was a better way of doing it. sure these little bits of oversteer on the exits of the corners is not giving me lap time.
Last lap, bring it on home.
Right, no risks.
The gap to P3 behind is now 9.2.
So you couldn't quite get close.
Granado has won the race.
Really taken a lot out of the tyres in 45 minutes. Oh, there's someone without a rear wing there.
Well done, Neil. Great drive. That's a podium.
Wow, there we go. That's as much as we could have done. That's as much as we could have done. Ooh, right. So I got it all on my spreadsheet and I totaled it all up. And then put it into the workbook that I've got. It does all the points for me, and then I can export a export an HTML file. And if I've done it all correctly, the HTML file should appear, and it will show round 5 points. There we go. So we're now back up to second place. Now Philip Pichler drops from second back down to fourth, and I'm now leading Ken Jagger by what's that, 19 points. So something dramatic would have to happen to the next time to lose that, because there are, how many were there today? There were 7 people today, and 7th place came away with 26 points. So even if he won, it would still mean that I would finish ahead. So I've consolidated second, which is cool. So there's one last round in this championship, which is going to be in 2 weeks' time, I think. What's the date? March 3rd. So the next one's going to be on March 24th. So it's a long time to wait for the next one. So we'll have to wait patiently for that. Next things that we got coming up. So there's some sim racing this weekend. I'm unsure if I'm going to do the sim racing on Saturday, which is Assetto Corsa Evo rather. It's at Kota, and Kota is my worst track. So I don't fancy doing that. On Sunday, I'll be in the broadcast booth for the next round of the Le Mans Ultimate P2 and GT3 Championship. But I'll probably stream sometime this week, doing something a bit more relaxed than racing, I think. Maybe back in the trains. That should be cool. Next week we've got it's an anniversary coming up for... Is that correct? 13th of March? It's an anniversary for the game called Journey. 13th of March next week. So maybe I'll do that offline. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Right. Thank you for watching. I'm going off to cook some hot dogs, which should be nice. Put some onions on them, and yum 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 yum. So I'll see you later on this week, if not at the weekend. So see you later.